On the day this video gets published, there's exactly 2 weeks until the official beginning of summertime here in the US. So the question is, how can we, as guys over 40, still look put together and stylish while at the same time beating the summer heat? Because at least where I live in Southern California, it gets very hot. So today I want to give you some ideas for shirts, pants, shorts, footwear, and also fabrics, and we're starting off with linen. I think a lot of guys sort of have this love-hate relationship with linen, but while I think we can all agree that it's a great material to wear when it's hot outside, the fact that it wrinkles so easily just turns a lot of people off, and I totally get that, but it's just one of those things that gives character to that piece. And if you choose to wear linen, that's just something that you're gonna have to accept because there's just no way around it. Something else that can be a little off-putting is that linen shirts, for example, fit a little bit more relaxed. And if you're used to wearing a more fitted shirt that stretches and moves with you, putting on a linen shirt that's more relaxed fitting feels a little bit different. But the thing is, you need that airspace between your skin and the material to help airflow through the linen fabric and then across your body. And the same thing goes with linen pants. Again, these are gonna be more of a relaxed fit because the other thing about linen is there's like no stretch at all. And that's another reason why you need those pieces to fit a little bit more loosely. Now, you can find linen pieces that have been blended with cotton, and that's gonna give it a little more stretch and some more mobility that you might be used to. Then we have shorts. Now, I do have a few pairs of linen shorts, but I really haven't worn them yet this year because it hasn't been hot enough yet. But I believe that's gonna change next week because it's gonna get hot again. But some people love shorts and some people just don't. But whatever shorts that you might be wearing, please, for your own good, make sure that inseam falls somewhere above your knees. So there's no exact inseam length that I can really recommend to you because it kind of depends on how tall you are. I mean, if you're 6'3", you might need maybe a 9 or 10 inch inseam. But if you're average height like me, around 5'9" or 5'10", something around a 7-inch inseam is gonna be perfect. But if you're a little bit shorter, of course, then you might need something around 5 or 6 inches. But either way, make sure they land somewhere above your knees. Now, another thing about shorts that I do want to add here is to make sure they're not too baggy and too loose. Try to find some that are tailored a little bit because if the leg opening is really wide, it makes it look like you've got super skinny chicken legs. And this gets even worse if the shorts come down past your knees. That's just not a good look on anybody. All right, now moving up to shirts, let's talk about a few different types of polo shirts that I think you should have in your wardrobe. First is the dress polo. So these are for those kind of warm afternoons and evenings when you sort of want to dress things up a little bit. Something like these polos from today's sponsor, Collars & Co. And the great thing about these polo shirts is this added stiffness in the collar, so they always look perfect. Collars & Co. is becoming one of my all-time favorite brands because they can help you elevate your entire wardrobe from head to toe. And when I say by toe, they even have some brand new sneakers that look fantastic. They've got pieces that you can wear into the office or out at night or over the weekend when you just kind of want to hang out and chill. And like I mentioned, their amazing dress collar polos have some built-in structure in the collar, so they always look immaculate. They've got 4 different types of collars: semi-spread, English spread, button down, and cutaway collars. But not only do they have polo shirts, they've got a ton more, like button-up shirts, just like this one that I'm wearing. They've got sweaters, jackets, shoes, and that new Maverick blazer that I showed you guys a few weeks ago. All of this is to help you expand your wardrobe. Now, there's gonna be a link down below in the description to a special offer that's gonna get you a discount on anything that you wanna go pick up. Hit that link and go check out everything they have because these guys are doing amazing things. Thank you, Collars & Co. for supporting my channel and for sponsoring today's video. All right, now after the dress polo, look for some knit polos. Now there's gonna be a few different kinds that you can look for and they'll come in different styles. Now these are going to be a more casual shirt, but consider something like this with a Johnny collar or a full button polo with a camp collar. So this is a Johnny collar and this is a camp collar or Cuban collar, whatever you wanna call it. You can wear these tucked in or you can wear them untucked. And the knit fabric is typically gonna be woven a little bit looser with a lot of airspace. Now I have some polyester cotton blends and I have some linen cotton blends, but I would stick with natural fibers because they just allow more airflow and more breathability. Now, yes, you can get like a loose fitting rayon or polyester camp collar shirt, and those are gonna be made super thin and they're gonna be super flowy. And in some ways, yes, that will help keep you cool, but the airflow will be restricted through the fabric, unlike more breathable fabrics like cotton and linen. Again, those can work really well, but just remember the fabric itself isn't very breathable. All right, moving on to footwear. Two different shoe types that you should be considering for this summer: suede loafers and streamlined white leather sneakers. Now, I picked up a few pairs of suede loafers recently, and I've been loving them. All right, but before we look any closer at these shoes, let's address the elephant in the room. What about socks? So I know there's a lot of controversy around socks and no-show socks, but for me personally, I'm usually going sockless in the summer when I'm wearing loafers. Any other type of shoe, like sneakers, I will wear a no-show sock. But here's the thing, no-show socks come in a few different styles and kind of sizes. Depending on the vamp of the shoe you're wearing, it could either be a low vamp or a high vamp, the sock needs to match that. Otherwise, you're gonna see the sock around the top of the shoe, and that's just not a good look. But again, for me, with loafers, when it's hot outside, I'm just not wearing socks. Okay, back to loafers. So go for something similar to these with a very clean aesthetic. Bit loafers are okay, but I tend to gravitate more towards that penny loafer design instead of the bit loafer in the summertime. Now, suede is generally considered a more summer appropriate material, but you can look for something like this in perforated leather. And with a clean sneaker, again, check out the Collars & Co website because they have a few different styles and colors that look absolutely terrific. Now, they also have suede, but I personally don't have any of these shoes yet, but it's definitely on my wish list. White sneakers would probably be my color of choice because they just go with pretty much everything, and you can just throw anything at them in the summer and they'll look great. Another short and sweet one today, gentlemen, but if you're new here, please consider subscribing and hit that like button to help the algorithm show this video to more guys that might want to see it. As always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Live well, and I'll see you in the next one.